and researched with Isaac Darlington. You go explain Taya. You know, growing up, we were always told that love is a beautiful thing. Love, marriage is about you meet somebody, you fall in love, you handle the issues with the parents quietly there, and pola, you see how to handle things, and then you wed in church. We, however, have a new generation of people that are marrying and getting married. And it is crazy. Your sons and daughters are getting into this marriage thing with debt. I'm talking about heavy debt. I'm not talking about simple money, 50K, 100K, 501M. People get into marriage, into holy matrimony. And they are over 20 million Ugandan shillings. I'm talking about Ugandan shillings. They are in debt. This is, of course, particularly the Christian side. So we have Kuchala. And then we have introduction, and then we have weddings. So what happens is Kuchala, according to what I know and research to me, is about a person intending to marry, going to the family from which he intends to marry, talking to the parents and saying, hey, this is what we have. You agree on the dowry? And then in the intro, those things are sorted. And then what happens next is a wedding. Now, the generation we're in, Generation X, Manya, Z, whatever, is a generation where someone comes, that Kuchala is almost as huge as an introduction. There's makeup here, there's this, there are tents, there is food. Gifts. Then an introduction follows. It is the same thing, but bigger. And then a wedding comes. Church, food, everything. You've fed people like 3 times. And then you start your wedding, you're broke, you have no money. You're calling friends, you're calling what? And parents are okay. They're watching all these things happening. And the ladies are okay. The brides are, for me, it's all about competition. So and so did this wedding. It was massive. I also have to do the same thing. And man, I think we've lost like we've lost the whole thing. It's crazy. And being, I think, a Christian and an African, there's that very delicate balance that you have to strive for. You're like, I have to make sure I do the African thing right. And then I have to make sure I do the church thing what? Right. And so there's that balance that you have to achieve. However, I'm thinking, what if you did your introduction and then you called your pastor or your religious leader to bless you? You do the intro stroke wedding. If possible, you could even go to church, go with a couple of witnesses. They pray a blessing over you in church. So you fulfill the church thing. Sign what you're signing. You have the witnesses there. You have the priest. You have the parents' consent. Come back after, and then do the whole introduction thing in its magnitude. Eat food once, chukwe. I don't know how like your view, right? But that's just mine, the unresearched me, Isaac Darlington. I think the Muslims do it a bit differently. They do the nikah. And the nikah is almost like an intro. It's like a kuchala. I mean, everything is there. It's all done in just that one thing, the one setting. It's done. Our Christian brothers and sisters are struggling in debt. 20 million, 30 million in debt. You're at the honeymoon. No wonder these days people take long to give birth. You're at the honeymoon, but you're thinking about coming back and clearing people's debts. Mukhama. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, I researched with Isaac Darlington. And researched with Isaac Darlington.